Welcome back to Your News. We're now joined by our hot off the press reporter, Caroline Buse. Caroline, welcome back.
Thanks, good to be here.
Hey, it's fun you're here. Caroline, teach us about the Dram Shop bill and when that goes into effect.
Yeah, so that is a new law, S-116, that went into effect July 1st, and it's an alcohol-related law. It's statewide, and basically it'll help victims of alcohol-related crimes.
Well, tell us about that. We're talking about the requisite for an insurance policy in excess of $1 million for everyone who sells liquor in the state. Why does that matter?
So basically, if people were injured or wounded or paralyzed in an alcohol-related crime, lots of times if the establishment didn't have enough coverage, then that liability is then passed on to the state, and a lot of the costs of the medical bills and things like that end up going towards to the family. So since these businesses are now required to have that minimum of $1 million liability insurance, that way if there is some kind of crime or injury that occurs, then that liability is then covered by the insurance and that cost is not passed on to the family. So that could be very, very beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about liability insurance. It's probably the end of dollar Jello shots in our area, but yeah, it's gonna see it'll do what it does. Beaufort is a town full of characters, sometimes informed by alcohol, sometimes by their own eccentricities. Tell us how we wound up most recently in the national spotlight.
Well, USA Today has a magazine called Go Escape Magazine, and Beaufort was listed under Southern Towns with Real Character, so it's pretty exciting. Towns
with real character, that's great. What did they say specifically about Beaufort?
Well, they said that Beaufort is one of the towns that lives to eat, which we all know is true, and they listed a lot of local restaurants like Wren or Shrimp Shack, and it was listed among like New Orleans, so I think we're really getting up there. It's pretty exciting stuff.
We know we're a fun place to be, and we're party people. Caroline, tell us about the kittens that were recovered by the McTeer Bridge that blew up on social media over the weekend. Bring us the story.
Yeah, it was a really cool story. So a family was out on the river on Sunday, July 2nd, and they saw something on the McTeer Bridge between Ladies Island and Beaufort, and they thought it was like an octopus crawling or something like that. So they pulled up closer and they found that it was actually a little baby kitten that was kind of struggling and about to fall into the water. So they launched into a full-blown rescue mission, and they recorded the whole thing, and they were able to safely recover the little kitty. And they took it to the vet, and it has minimal damage. It's in good condition, and he just had a couple scratches. So they decided to keep him, and they named him McTeer.
All right, McTeer the happy cat. Good to have that story. Caroline Buse is our hot off the press reporter. Caroline, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.